Hi everyone, this is Omega back with another video. I just want to quickly talk about some events that have just taken place, and that is Sonia Kruger has come out and she's basically come out after the Nice attacks, which has shaken the whole community. A lot of people asking questions about immigration into Australia, and very rightly so. You know, we've just seen the brutal murder of 80 people. We've seen images on Bastille Day, which is one of the premier days to celebrate culture in France. And we've seen little children mowed down with a truck. We've seen bodies strewn everywhere. Horrific stories of what's gone on there. And what has the response been? It's this wash and rinse and repeat scenario that's taking place here in the West. And you see all of the usual stuff. You see the let's pray for France, let's change our Facebook profile pictures and put colourful flags up, let's light up the Sydney Opera House with another French flag. I mean, we must have I was saying to a friend, we're going to have to make an app with all the flags in the world so we can just constantly do this, put these flags up, and you know, in sympathy for the constant Islamic attacks all around the world. And so Sonia Kruger's come out, and she's an extremely brave woman. She's come out and she said, listen, I think we need to stop all Muslim migration into the country. Now the response from the left to the Nice attacks has been basically the same response we see from the left every time this happens. They basically go into damage control. They are trying to stick to their narrative that minorities have complete diplomatic immunity within our society. And the whole narrative has been focused around protecting Muslims. So she's come out, and now the Channel 9 have honed in on her remarks. She's very well known. She's on a lot of popular TV shows in Australia. She's a celebrity. And all over the media, you had the Sydney Morning Herald saying Sonia Kruger's migration comments highlight the uncomfortable reality for Australian Muslims, says academic. And so we're talking about her making an offensive comment, which they deem an offensive comment, but they're completely silent when 80 people are murdered. Now, these guys have come out and said just how this will be bad for the Muslim community in Australia. This will be bad for Muslims. This could lead to this and that. So everything is about not offending Islam. Like I said, it's the left's blasphemy law. They've brought in their own blasphemy law. There's another one on news.com.au, 5 facts to fight Sonia Kruger's fear of Muslims. And again, now this is what I'm expecting to happen. I'm expecting the leftist media to go nuts with this, to completely ignore the fact that 80 people have just been murdered, and to steer away from that event. And what you can expect to see is Sonia Kruger get attacked, probably fired from her job, defamed. This is the totalitarian socialist left, and this is how they operate. Anyone that steps out of line in the media is victimised and attacked. Now look, Sonia is articulating a very real concern. Obviously, anyone who knows anything about this subject understands that Islam is an extremely violent ideology. Now, I want to make it clear, not all Muslims choose to follow that violent ideology, but you're always going to have a percentage that do. If you read the Hadith, which is a chronicle of the life of the Prophet Muhammad, it's got beheadings, and he's molesting children, and he's taking sex slaves, and it's just this deplorable stuff. And that is the book that is used to translate the Quran into its proper context. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it said this is how the proper context of the Quran is translated. Now, this has to be addressed within the Muslim community, but it's just not happening. They're hiding behind the socialist left, and shame on the left. Shame on you, you low-life scum, because you do nothing but protect these extremists. What we need is a reformation in Islam. We need an honest and open debate amongst Muslims about these extreme Quranic verses, and it needs to be open. The problem is the Quran. If anyone speaks out against these verses, it's the death penalty according to the Quran. We've got Andrew Bolt here, who's spoken out against Islam. He's received death threats. A friend of mine just recently on Facebook received death threats for speaking out against Islam. So I just wanted to touch on that. Good on you, Sonia Kruger. I hope, I hope that people see reason in this, but I'm fully expecting her to get crucified by the socialist left, by all these so-called tolerant leftists. They're just going to hang this woman out to dry, all for the sake of a terrorist ideology that they are too politically correct to address, they are too scared to speak up against, and they're just following the narrative. How many more people have to die before we have an honest and open conversation about this? And again, this is not about Muslims in general. I actually know Muslims who are friends of mine, and they're great people. They're really, really good people. I want to make that clear. This is about examining the ideology and examining why 80 people are dead, why a whole concert got mowed down, why Charlie Hebdo happened. This is just asking the question why. And I'm sick of people ignoring it. I'm sick of the left shouting down and publicly shaming anyone with xenophobia and racism that asks these legitimate questions. We really, really need to be honest with this whole debate, otherwise more people are going to die and things are going to get worse. There needs to be reformation. Well, all the other religions have reformed. You don't see, people often talk about Judaism and similar verses in Judaism, but you don't see people being stoned to death for adultery in Israel, do you? It's just not happening. You don't see gays being murdered in Israel for being gay. In fact, they have a gay pride parade. Tell me, do you really think that there could be a gay pride parade in Iran or Saudi Arabia? I mean, women can't even get a car license in Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the feminists, like I said in the previous video, are very outspoken, but when it comes to Islam, they're completely silent. I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you. See you. And if you want, please do subscribe. There'll be more. I'm going to do some videos on feminism and other socialist subjects, and just following the media and commenting on it. Thanks. Bye.